Hey everybody, how's it going? Back with another one. And in today's video, I'm going to cover specifically my top 3 books everybody who wants to get into entrepreneurship should read. And these have actually changed my mind and my mindset going into business from starting from zero. So if you don't know who I am Chris Hernandez, 19-year-old entrepreneur. I run my own digital ad agency. We specifically focus on e-commerce, and we help e-com brands who are doing roughly around 5 to 10K a month in revenue. We help them scale to over 100K a month. With that being said, right? My top 3 books, I'm going to go right off the head. Number 1, the first book I'd recommend anybody reading is The Slight Edge. From my own experience, my mother actually shared that book with me. She recommended it to me from one of her clients at her job. He was an entrepreneur. He said, I know your son likes business. Let him read The Slight Edge. I was like 14 when I read that book. So at the time, I was playing soccer, and then I read that book, and then it kind of piqued my interest into wanting to go deeper into the entrepreneur route. And basically what The Slight Edge is covering, I'm going to give it to you in summary, is basically the power of compound interest and taking just daily action and how it multiplies over a year. And you can see the amount of growth by just taking 1%, that one step action forward every single day, and it compounds. And ideally, there's really nothing to it. I mean, it's just taking those daily actions. Like, think about it. If you read 10 pages a day, you look at it about a year, how many books have you read? You read more than the average person who only reads like one a year. So just taking that concept, understanding that just let time do its thing. Just take actions you need, focus on the actions you need to take daily, and then just let time do its thing. That's really the biggest lesson I've learned from The Slight Edge. And just letting let your actions compound interest over time. That's like the most powerful method you can use, especially in this time and age. So that's the first book I'd recommend anybody, The Slight Edge. The second book, specifically, this is more about the business structure and understanding how to structure a business, and that is the EMyth. And the EMyth is basically talking about how the reason why many small businesses fail is because people who want to start a business are actually just like technicians. So let's think about it. They've worked for a company all their life, and then they get this bug, and they're like, hey, I've been doing this all my life. Let me start my own business, right? And they're going at it as like a technician. So what does that mean? Well, in the book, there's actually like examples of how the author came in and then met with multiple small businesses and actually helped them grow. So in this one instance, this lady, I believe, was working at a bakery shop, and then decided to open up her own bakery. And then when she opened up her own bakery, she didn't realize the amount that goes into it. She was thinking about it as a technician instead of thinking about it as an actual business owner. So what do I mean by that? If you're a business owner, the analogy is you're almost like a coach coaching a team. You're almost like let's say you're a head coach, and you have to organize your team. You have to put players in the right position in order for your team to be successful in any game you play in. And similar like that, that's the similar role as a business owner. Your job is to put people in the right position to help you succeed and help your business succeed and help your clients succeed by creating the process as streamlined as possible. So specifically with this example, right? She was working around like 80-hour weeks, like working way more than what she was working at her previous job, trying to run her own business. So spent long hours, cash flow wasn't going well, everything was going to crap. And the reason why is because she thought about running her own business from a technician perspective instead of a business owner. So in the book, it talks about how she meets with the author. They evaluate everything that's happened that has led them to that point right there. And then, of course, they bring in the right people, and then the business just transforms and then just grows. So typically that's the biggest problem a lot of people face when they want to start their own business. They're the technician, and they go into it running it as a technician instead of looking at it as a business owner and understanding that you have to have multiple departments, you have to have multiple people in certain positions, and then you have to create streamlined systems. For me personally, right, with the ad agency, I have a team. They handle basically most of the work with the client, and if I need to hop on, I oversee. I'm the middleman. I oversee everything. And then same thing, client. I'm communicating with the client constantly, updating them on like the results we get from each ad, and basically, I'm just managing both communication with my team and then communication with the client. And that's how the process is right now. And then the third book I'd recommend everybody is, I believe it's called Fanatical Prospecting. And really what Fanatical Prospecting is just talking about how The actions you take today, you won't see the results until 90 days after the fact. And I took that really opened my mind. So when I was running my business, right, starting from zero, I went at it as like I said, I follow the organic market attraction method, where you join multiple Facebook groups, you post in these groups, and then you get attention like that organically. So when I was first getting started, right, I made a deal with myself. I'm like, for 90 days, just put my head down and work and not really care about the results I get. And exactly that's what I did. I was making posts every single day in different groups for about, like I said, 90 days. And after that, so the whole 90-day time, probably around the last month, I started seeing some engagement. I remember one of my posts went crazy in the ClickFunnels group, got like over 100 comments, or actually 100 likes and like 40 comments. So I literally, for the first 2 months, posting content every single day in these groups, and only got like 1 to 2 likes and then like 2 comments. Never got anybody to reach out saying, hey, I'm interested in your service, let's hop on a call or whatever. Didn't have any prospects whatsoever. And then after that 3rd month, towards the end of that 3rd month, finally one of my posts takes off. Now I'm getting momentum, and now after that 90-day experience of just grinding, I finally saw the results. And then now my following has been built on, and especially with Facebook organic market attraction. So Fanatical prospecting covers that angle of it, as the work you see today, you won't see the results until 90 days after the fact, after this action. And that's what I mean by typically why a lot of people in sales tend to plummet is because they're not prospecting enough, right? And you have to take that into account when you're running your own business, right? It's like you have to set certain work blocks. You have to set certain, you want to use your time as efficient as possible. And if it's like, if you have an hour on your hands, you want to, for me personally, right, I take that hour and then I make posts. I create my own posts and then I post them in these groups. So those 3 books, I would recommend anybody who wants to get started in business, read all those 3, man. Those are life-changing, because the principles are somewhat new to you because you don't know what you don't know. And I remember the EMyth was huge for me, thinking like a business owner, thinking like a head coach instead of a technician, as well as Fanatical prospecting, just being really patient with the amount of time it takes for you to get engagement organically. Especially right now, for me, I'm growing my business organically through YouTube, right? Right now I'm at like 15 subscribers. My goal is I want to get to 100. I want to be at 100 subscribers, then I want to go to 1,000. And I just want to keep growing like that and just posting content. And by no means am I desiring a result. I'm patient with it, and I actually like posting content. So this is very fun with me, and then it also helps for you guys because you're able to take some value from it. So that's really, those are the top 3 books I'd recommend everybody reading. And yeah, also I might be creating like a book list of recommended books, because I'm an avid reader, and I have read like a ton of books over my time, because I started reading when I was like 14 and getting into entrepreneurship. So I did a ton of reading. So I recommend more books for you guys, and I'll probably create like a list or something like that. But other than that, guys, that's really all I have, and I hope you enjoyed this video.